Welcome to the course on metrology and quality control. In this session, we are going to study linear measurement. So let us start. First of all, we will see what is linear measurement. So the distance between two given point or surface is called linear measurement. So what is linear measurement? Linear measurement, it is nothing but the distance between two given points, or it may be the distance between two given surfaces, which is called linear measurement. Linear measurement applies to the measurement of length, height, diameter, thickness and so on. So this linear measurement, it is applied for the measurement of length of the object, height of the object. If the object will be of circular shape, then linear measurement is applied for the measurement of diameter, and it is also used for the measurement of thickness. So whenever such kinds of dimensions have to be measured, at that time this linear measurement is used. Linear measurement can be done by two methods. Number one, line measurement. So measurement of a distance between two lines, it is nothing but the line measurement. Now in this picture we can see this one is the object whose length is to be measured. Now with the help of this scale, its length it is measured and it is coming 5 centimeter. So simply how we have measured here the length of this component? So simply here we have measured the distance between these two lines of this object, which is coming 5 centimeter. So this is the first method of linear measurement, line measurement. Second method is end measurement. So it is the measurement of distance between two surfaces. So whatever the surface of the object is there, if the distance between two surfaces of the object is measured, it is called, or such type of linear measurement is called end measurement. So now in this diagram we can see that this one is the micrometer. This dimension of the object, here it is measured. Now here how we have measured this thickness of the object? So simply we have measured here the distance between this surface and the surface which is opposite to this surface. So simply we have measured here the distance between these two surfaces, and whenever such types of measurement we are doing where the surfaces are coming in the picture, at that time such type of measurement is called end measurement. Now there are various linear measuring instruments. Which are these instruments? So for the linear measurement purpose, steel rule can be used, then calipers, dividers, etc. are used in combination with the steel rules. So whatever these calipers and dividers are there, they are not used alonely for the measurement of the distance between two lines or surfaces. So they are used in combination with the steel rule. Then next is dial indicator and vernier calipers. So these are also used for the linear measuring purpose. Then micrometer, slip gauges and comparators. So all these are the measuring instruments which are used for the linear measurement purpose. Now amongst these instruments, whatever the instrument which are given in the first two, these are non-precision type of instruments. So they are used for simply the inspection of the component, whether it is in the range which we required or not. So simply for that purpose these instruments are used. But whatever the instrument which are given after this dial indicator, that means dial indicator, vernier caliper, micrometer, slip gauges, comparators, all these are the precision type of instruments. So that means less than millimeter, whatever the dimensions are there, these are the instrument which is having the capability to measure the dimension less than 1 millimeter. So that's why these types of instruments are called precision type of instruments. Now let us study all these linear measuring instruments one by one. So first of all, we will study this steel rule. So here in this picture we can see the steel rule. So this is the steel rule. This is simply a metallic strip. Now on this metallic strip, over this surface, a scale is graduated. Now whatever this graduated scale is there, it will be either in millimeter or inches. So here in this particular diagram or in this particular picture, whatever the steel rule we are observing, on this steel rule the dimensions are given in the millimeter. So here the scale is graduated in the form of millimeter. Whatever the distance between two lines here we can see, so this distance is 1 millimeter. So let us study about this steel rule. Steel rule is simple and basic line measuring device. It is used to measure actual size based on the technique of comparing an unknown length to the one previously calibrated. So on which technique it measures the linear dimensions? So simply we are comparing the dimensions of the object with the help of these dimensions of the strip, and over this strip whatever the graduated scale is there, it is calibrated one. So simply we are comparing the dimensions of the object with these dimensions which are graduated on the surface of the steel rule. It is a strip of hardened steel having line graduations at interval of fraction of a standard unit length. So what is steel rule? It is simply a metallic strip. The material for this metallic strip is hardened steel over which the scale is graduated. Now let us study the techniques to measure accurately by steel rule. So what are the various ways by which whatever the dimensions we are measuring with the help of this steel rule, it should be accurately measured. So first one is, end of the scale should never be set with the edge of the part to be measured, since it is difficult to line up the end of the scale accurately with the edge, and also scale generally gets worn out at the ends. So what is the first rule? So instead of matching this scale here, when the dimensions are to be measured, instead of matching this scale at this end, it should be matched over a marking in between whatever the graduated scale is there on that scale. So simply here we can see that the line of 1 is matched here at this surface, and from this surface we are measuring the dimension of this object. So what is the purpose not to use this edge? Because it is not possible to set this end with this end, the surface of the object, and sometimes with respect to the duration passing, whatever these edges are there, these edges gets worn out. So it is easy or it is advisable to measure the dimensions of the object with the help of the graduations which are in between these two ends of the scale. The second is, the scale should never be laid flat on the part to be measured because parallax error may occur. So the scale, it should not be kept flat over the surface whose dimensions are to be measured. Instead of that, it should be kept vertically so that whatever the parallax error there may be chances of occurring, it can be eliminated. The second non-precision type of linear measuring instrument is caliper. So this is the picture of these calipers. These are the two types of calipers generally used. These calipers are used for the measurement of dimensions of the circular object. Generally they are used for the measurement of the diameter of the object. So this caliper, it is used to measure the thickness, diameter or distance of the object. When measurement cannot be taken directly by a ruler, caliper can be used. So whenever it is not possible to measure the dimensions with the help of our steel rule, calipers, it can be used. There are two types of calipers, outside caliper and inside caliper. So these are the two pictures which are showing the outside caliper and inside caliper. So this one is the outside caliper and this second one is inside caliper. As the name indicates, outside caliper, it is used for the measurement of external dimension. So here in this diagram we can see that this one is the circular object whose external diameter is measured with the help of this outside caliper. And in the second picture we can see that this one is the circular object again, but its internal dimensions have been measured with the help of this type of caliper. The ends of legs of a caliper span the part to be inspected and then transferred to read the measurements. This method reduces sighting errors and increasing the reading accuracy. So this one is the benefit of using this caliper. So with the help of caliper, whatever the dimensions we are measuring, it reduces the sighting errors and increasing the reading accuracy. The next non-precision type of linear measuring instrument is divider. So this is the picture of a divider. It consists of two legs whose end points are heat treated to impart hardness and sharpened so that they act as a scribers. So divider, it is again the device which is similar or which is almost similar to the caliper, but in the divider, at the end of these two legs, these sharp tips have been fitted. So the purpose of these sharp tips, it is generally they are used for the scribing purpose. Whatever the marking has to be done on the surface of the object, generally arc or circle, so such types of marking of the measured dimensions, it can be done with the help of these two tips. So this divider, it is used for scribing arcs and circles. So this is all about the introduction of linear measurement. Thank you for watching this video.